I actually wanted to sit in this spot, film from I love sitting in this spot because I got the most light from the windows and the nice backdrop, but as you can see the spot is occupied, so we'll make do. Hi friends, welcome back, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Debbie and I talk about mental health and just lifestyle in general. I really want to create a safe space for people on this channel and for me where we can just hang out, talk about mental health, about life, and this is going to be my first video after my trailer, so I'll link it up in one of the corners. I know it's the right corner, so I need to point on my left. I'll link it in one of the corners so you can check that one out, which basically talks about my thought process before starting this channel. But since I want to talk about mental health on this channel, I think it's only fair to share my background in mental health. First, I would like to say I'm not a professional. I didn't study mental health. I am not a psychiatric psychologist, anyone in that kind of sphere. I'm someone who experienced mental health problems and think that it is a topic which should be talked about more, and the taboo around talking about it I want to break. So best step is to start talking about my own history with mental health. So far I've had 2 depressive episodes. I hope it's gonna stay that way, just with 2. I think the main factors which played a role in me getting my first depressive episode is genes. It runs in the family, so that makes me more prone to it. Other factor is, I think, maybe personality. I am a person who struggles alone, who keeps all their problems to themselves. I don't talk about them, so the moment I start talking about them, I've reached a breaking point. And the last part, I think, has to do with something that happened in my childhood, which has been quite traumatic for me, which basically results in my father abandoning me and my family, and just let's just keep it to the fact that I haven't spoken to him in almost 17 years. To be honest, I'm glad he's out of my life. I don't need someone like him in my life, but it did leave a big impression and a big scar on me as a child, and maybe even as an adult. I think quite sure as an adult. I think those things also played a role in me getting my first depressive episode, which happened in, I was 21. That's almost 6 years ago. I was 21 at that point, and it basically just came. I was really struggling in college. I was following my nursing degree there, and basically my whole career there I've had to walk on my toes to keep up with all the workload, all the study load, and all the expectations that were put on their students. I couldn't quite keep up, so I was constantly on edge and spending every free moment on school, which isn't good. You need to keep a social life next to that to distress, and I didn't have that. I was always working on school, doing my internships, and during some internships I've been told that I wasn't good enough to be a nurse, and at the end of the day it got to me. To put it simply, I finally actually had a internship which was going right, where I felt at place and where I really saw myself working once I was done, and I just crashed down. Normally I had periods where I would be down, where I didn't see myself getting through an internship or making it, getting that pass grade. And at the end of the day, I would usually pull myself out of it, but this time that didn't happen. I just keep on falling down, down, down until I couldn't get out anymore, and I needed to seek help, which I did. I went to my general practitioner, and he was very kind about it. And we started medication, and later on I started therapy, and it all went quite well for, I think it was about a year. I also followed some EMDR for my childhood traumas, and I was doing great until I even took a small break for my study, to really focus on myself and to work hard on myself, and I did do that. But at the end of the day, when I started going back to school, nothing really changed, because it was still a bit, the things that were expected from me and the workload was still too much for me. So in the end, I got into my second depressive episode. And when was that? I think 2019, it was before the pandemic. And this one was very different from the first one. The first one, I was very emotional, was crying a lot, felt down a lot, and just, could burst into tears any moment. This episode, I felt nothing, and that's actually scared me the most. I had no emotions, I felt nothing, and I had some suicidal thoughts. Didn't act upon them, but I did came to the stage of planning, which scared me a lot. It's also something I never really told my mom. She doesn't know that. Not everyone knows that about me. Only my therapist knows that about me. So yeah, that started in 2019, and then I realized I needed to take a step back. In the Netherlands, there are certain levels at which you can go to college. You have level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which for nurses now is 6, and then I believe it's 7, which is university. And I was studying at level 5, 6, but that was just too high for me. So I went down a step, which is level 4, and that just did amazing things for me. I did struggle with my internship, but that's a whole other story, and it has nothing to do with my mental health problems. But I got put back on medication, I got back into therapy, and this time through the hospital. And at the moment, I am actually doing quite well. I am decreasing my medication. I'm almost on 0. Not quite sure if I want to go to 0 yet. And so far, I'm doing good, and I'm hoping to keep that up. Also, I need to just, put some systems into place to protect my mental health and to just take care of my mental health. I have a very one goal mindset, or, one task mindset. I can only focus on one thing at a time. I'm very bad in my head at multitasking. So when work gets really busy and stressful, I tend to, throw everything out of the window and just focus on that, which isn't good. I need to take care of myself, otherwise I'm going to be in the same situation. But yeah, roughly that is my mental health story. It is depression and some childhood traumas sprinkled into there. So yeah, that's my story, and that's where I am going to end it for now. Thank you everybody so much for watching and listening to my story. If you want to, you can share your story in the comments down below. I do recommend to keep it as triggering free as you can, for the people who are reading the comment section, if someone is down there. And I thought, this would be a great start for my channel to just talk about some personal stuff when it comes to mental health. Before I get into the research kind of questions. I'm kind of a nerd. I like to research stuff. That's something which stuck from my degree. If I really want to, I can research things and find answers to questions. So that's basically what I'm going to be doing with this channel. I have a question, so I'm going to research it, and if the answer is, you know, surprising, full-fledged enough, I will make a video out of it. And at this point I am just rambling. So thank you for watching, thank you for listening to my story, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!